right, we got about 2 miles to the next turn, which this build has about 100% success rate. Past builds, we're talking about maybe a, I don't know, 50% success rate. 50 or 60, pretty close. It's been doing pretty good. This build has been really good. Last build was really good for me too, but it was just actually the last build. Well, this build has been much better. I can say that. Like, this has done a bunch of unintervened drives. It's done some amazing things. Whereas the last build, it was good and it was comfortable. I think the last build was really 11.2, I think, was really where it got comfortable. So that build sticks in my mind because it went from frightening and, oh my God, what's this thing going to do? Will it make any turn or this turn, you know, to, holy crap, this thing's driving itself. Like, you really, you know, I hate to say pay a little less attention, but I mean, it is the way it is, you know. It's, you know, you don't have to babysit it. At least on these straight roads, you know, I keep a hand on the wheel. I keep it locked in here for pressure so I don't get any alerts, like, you know, any of the strikes. And if the wheel pulls, I just give it a yank. But it like, I've not seen that. I've driven thousands of miles and I haven't had one of these whoa yanks to the left or whoa yanks to the right on any of these one-lane country roads. I had one the other day on a 2-lane road that had like the white line broke and there was an entrance ramp to a highway, and it did it there. But I had, again, I keep my hand here, and usually my other hand will be free, and then if you'll notice, if I drink my coffee, I flip to the left hand and lock that in. This way I can't get strikes and I keep the weight on the wheel, because I've seen a lot of people having problems with strikes this build, and I just haven't had any. I got one, and admittedly my fault. We'll go back in a second as our next turn approaches. Another critique: blinker a little earlier, Tesla. Blinker a little earlier, please. And it's been beautiful through this turn. I mean, you can't say much more. That is golden. That is golden. And that's not I would classify that as not an easy turn, and it's the yield it's dealt with properly for the other cars coming down. So, you know, they're supposed to yield to us, so we really have right away there. But even if it sees one coming, it will slow down a little, and it'll let, you know, it'll go, but it'll slow down a hair. It has been really good. This road has been perfect, no problems. Next intersection is okay. Working better on the last build, but 100% success rate on both builds. Actually, I don't think we've ever had a problem this turn, but I have to adjust the car, because maybe not today because it's not a rush hour traffic, but normally I have to adjust to the left to stay to the yellow line because I'm making a left. But if I don't, if I let the car just do it, it'll go right in the middle of the thing. It's unmarked, but people making the right can't get in there, and then it gets upset with them. Oops, see, I'm getting warnings. Keep your hands on the wheel. That's what I'm saying, though. I mean, it's been so good. You know what? It's been 3 weeks since I got this version. Maybe 2-3 weeks. I think it's been maybe 3 weeks. And I mean, intervention-wise, you can see, I except for Red Hand's takeover at Weeble Wobble, I have not touched. I'm not driving. It's driving. I'm touching the wheel. It's driving. And it's been that way for a while. I've been able to make 10, 20 mile per hour, 20 miles, zero intervention drives here and there. Through multiple different country roads, some highway, or some like small city town. I wouldn't call it a city, I'd say a town stuff. You know, a bunch of double lane. You know, it's done good. It's done real good. This is definitely a step in the right direction, and I am so excited to see what the next version brings, because if they could, I mean, they loaded 400, I think it was 400,000 clips into this car for the AI analyzed 400,000 clips, right? So you're saying that if they could do that, I think it was 400. It might have been, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's 200,000. I'll have to check the release notes. I'll check when we stop. Oh, here we go. The X is turning. You see it's braking here, nice and smooth. Feel like over the past couple days it's gotten a little bit smoother with its braking while other cars are making turns. Usually scroll down here because it gets a little overzealous through these little curves. But it does it, and it does it fine. If you're looking out the left mirror, I got a good 6 inches between the yellow lines. We're good. This is what I was saying. Now, I got nobody behind me, so I'm going to let it do it. But look at how the car centers itself here. It needs to stay closer to that yellow line. The reason I say that is because, and you can see it kind of did it right there, but there's a right lane over there that people want to make the right, and it leaves a little too much room. If it moved over just a hair to the left, it'd be much better. All right, so we got a green coming here. Let's see, no. It has been, like I said, it's been really good. And the next version is just going to be insanity. Oh, it's red. I might be able to poke around a little bit. Let's see. Yeah. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. That was it. He was cutting a little too hard the other day. Like, it was cutting and then coming back out into the lane, which was fine. It wouldn't have bothered anybody except for me. But, and it was a perfectly doable move. Let's see if we can bring this overdrive in here. But it was a little bit uncomfortable, and that was beautiful. Now, maybe that's a causation of me moving it to the left rather than letting it do what it wants to do, and maybe that's what's causing here it is. 180,000 video clips to the training set. 180,000. Now think about that. 180,000, and that's probably, we had about a month and a half between that last version. So let's just say Tesla's increasing in speed with the AI labeling, right? So they're going to be able to feed 180. I'm going to say, and hear me out, I'm going to say, I bet you the next version we're going to get about 300,000 video clips added to the training set, because it's only going to progressively get faster as they do it. You know, it's same with anything. The first one takes a long time. The 100th one is fucking pretty quick. So I'm going to venture to say that we're going to get 300,000 clips added to the beta set, to the training set. And you're talking about 300,000 clips from across the United States and Canada, and it will smooth out a lot of the issues on certain areas that people are having. And if they could do that every month for the next 5 months, adding that many video clips to the data labeler, how long will it be before every single problem is solved? I mean, thinking about that I can only imagine they're getting 1 million or 2 clips per update. I mean, I'm hitting the button all the time, you know, so I don't know about everybody else. I hit the button when it does anything. If it does a sudden brake, if it does a swerve, if it crosses the yellow line, I'm hitting that button and getting it into the training data, because I think that would help. But I can't imagine it being too long before they could solve those problems, you know, in a massive way. I mean, 300,000 clips. What's his name? Dave Lee had James Doma on, and he was saying that that was the largest set of data clips that he's ever seen added to any AI training set. So, like, you know, the processing is going to go faster and faster, and it's just going to get better and better. And I think we're really in a point where, You're about to see major progress. And I mean, you know, major progress, you know, the fact that it can do what it does blows my mind every day. So when you say major progress, I'm like, shoot, if it made half the turns right, I'm freaking impressed as hell, because this is amazing. I mean, I don't know if we'll see it on this trip, but you could see some critical thinking from the car. You know, you could see it. And it's interesting and fun to see, like, unbelievable some days. And some days it's you know, it's not good. Making the left at that turn where there was nobody around and it was an unmarked street. Why? What was it thinking? You know, that was critical thinking. That was horrible. That, man, I'm going the wrong way. Why would you go the other way versus the route planner? I don't know. So some days it has like this, you know, but I'll tell you what, it's stupid things like that. That situation is stupid. Whereas, like, when you get into a high-pressure, weird situation, it seems to make the right calls. All right, we're making a left. We're going to go get a McDonald's sandwich because it is morning and I want some breakfast. Ooh, a Tesla Model Y white. Here we go. Whoa, don't hit him, don't hit him. Oh, slowing down a bit. And we have made it. We have made it, people. It is turning. Let's see. Hold on. We're going to let it go. Will it pull into the... No. Where's it going to go now? Let's see what happens. It was supposed to make the left over there. It's getting real jerky through the parking lot. All right. That's enough of that. That was pretty funny.